This morning, we continue to mark the one-year anniversary of Hurricane Helene. As that storm rolled in, thousands of people were faced with an impossible decision, whether or not to leave their homes and their belongings or get to safety. Our Ben Thompson joins us again this morning. He is live in Boone, where we continue to hear just those amazing stories of survival. Ben.
Yeah, Lisa, that is a decision that none of us ever want to face. And we also know that we don't know how we're going to react when it happens to us. And, you know, folks across the mountains have been reflecting on those sorts of things since Helene. Some survivors say they're still rebuilding, and at the same time, counting their blessings that it wasn't even worse. In Avery County, one man believes a last-minute decision during the storm made the difference for him and made the difference between life and death, not only for him, but for his neighbor as well. WCNC Charlotte's Richard Devane live this morning. He's down in Blowing Rock with more on his story. Richard.
Yeah, good morning to you, Ben. Good morning, Megan. Good morning, Lisa. Good Thursday morning, everyone. Yeah, John Randall says that he's still dealing with a lot of the devastation from Helene 1 year later, but he also says that while he's been familiar with storms and flooding, he took a call and accepted an offer from a friend that may be the difference between him and a neighbor living or being lost in those storms. Now, as we take a look at video, this is John Randall, who lives near Newland in nearby Avery County. He says that he was dealing with the damage and the destruction left behind by Helene. His home was battered with the floodwaters when they swept through his subdivision, causing more than $100,000 of damage at his home. Floodwaters left behind mud and soot, debris inside his house. Much of what was inside on the lower floors damaged or destroyed. But Randall says he feels fortunate. He's one of hundreds in Avery County still dealing with the financial and emotional toll of last year's storm. But he and his neighbor Phyllis actually accepted a friend's offer to ride out the storm mountains.
You see stuff that you can never unsee anymore because it totally changed the river and washed away houses, cars, people. And that's the thing nobody thinks about is you see this wall of water coming. All you see is dirty water. But below the surface are cars, parts of houses, people, animals is in that huge mess.
And Randall says he's just happy to be alive. He and his neighbor Phyllis, her house totally gutted. She has to consider whether she wants to stay there and rebuild or move someplace else. Of course, he counts himself as one of the lucky people here because he says he can always rebuild and he's still alive. We're right here in Blowing Rock. Richard Devane. Ben, we'll send it back to you.
And the thing is, Richard, we know that there are more than 100 people here in North Carolina who cannot say the same because they lost their lives during Helene, and we always got to remember that.